and welcome to Rather Be Board Gaming. I am Nathan. I'm going to do a one-player run through of Viceroy with the solo rules included in the back of the book, and we're going to just jump into the setup. I'm going to take 4 of each color gem token based on the number of players. 1 player, 4. Says these go into the box to draw for the computer. I've just borrowed a bag from another game or from some tokens. I probably need to make me some more bags. But anyway, you could just do 1 of each color, but I'm just going to put them all in here. And now we will start with 2 of each color. I don't need a screen to hide my tokens since I'm the only player. Don't really need this in the game, but it came with it, so no big deal, because we will have exactly 48 cards here, and so we will know when the end of the game is. Now we start off, I've shuffled these some, I'll shuffle them a little more. And these came with sleeves. The sleeves are not great, but yeah, they do the job. They keep them from getting messed up. So we start off by dealing 4 cards to each player. For this playthrough, I will not be playing with the wild Viceroy expansion upgraded cards that each player would get. Now, of these starting 4 cards, I will get to play 1 immediately and keep another one and discard the other 2. Any cards discarded in this game go completely out of the game. They don't get another chance to come back around. We will look at that close down here later. But we also will receive 3 law cards, and these we get to keep all 3. We can possibly play these later in the game. Show you those later. Now we will take 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that should be 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the rest will go here. And that is the 48 cards for here. Then, oops, we will just turn up the top 4 for the first auction of the game. So, the auction and the bidding by the AI will be here, and I will use the yellow mat to build my pyramid. So first, looking at my starting laws, look at this one, unification. You can put this on top of another card, and if there's any tokens on that card, you put it on top of this card. And if you notice, it's wild, so it can be any color for circles. You want to try to make circles of the same color as you build your pyramid. Take 4 cards from the small deck, that was the leftover cards, and put it on top of the 48 deck, and you'll have 1 extra turn. Don't know if that's good or not. We'll see. The labor law, at the end of the game, you gain 3 extra points for each completed set. So normally these sets will get you points, and at the end of the game you can get extra 3, which is amazing. So knowing I have this opportunity, let's look at these. And for instance, this guy would get me a scroll right at the beginning for free, played on the bottom row. Bottom row reward. That's not bad. This guy's not going to really get me in. He'll give me a shield. And we do need a shield. And then these guys give me scrolls. But I can only have 2. Now this one here will get me a times or 3 extra points for scrolls. And so will this one. And this one will give me 2 scrolls at the top. Ooh, what do I want? If I put it on the 4th row, this could get me. Both of these have a chance if I stick it on the 4th row or the 5th row, which is very rare, but I could get both. Ooh, I don't really know. Let's see. Yellow will match, red will match. So let's throw this one out and let's go with this one. I like this one more to begin with. So these will be out of the game. We won't see these anymore. Now, as I stated earlier, the first card you play, you get to just play it for free, and it doesn't really matter. This is going to be the bottom layer of a pyramid, hopefully by the end. And we get to build it for free, and we immediately get whatever that reward is. Well, we have these tokens here that are science and magic, and we're just going to go ahead and, I guess, get a scroll. So maybe I didn't do it. Maybe I should have kept one of the, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. But the rest of them will be as a hand of cards. And we'll just keep that off here. And these are my gems for bidding. So let's look at the first auction phase right over here. After looking at the arrangement of the colors and some of the rewards, I think I want to try and go for this card. So I will reach over here, and in my coins, I'm going to bid a red. Now, normally in a multiplayer game, you would do this secretly. You'd reach behind your screen and everybody reveal. So I'm bidding here. Now, let's see what the AI does. I reach into the bag, trying not to look. I'll hold the bag away from me, away from the camera, and let's just pull one out, and look at that. So I lose my bid, he loses his bid, and that's round one. You get up to 3 chances at bidding before you are forced to pass. You could pass early if you want it. I'm going to try it again. We will see. Now, in a multiplayer game, even if you had 6 of a gem behind your screen, you only bid 1 gem. You're just choosing the card that you want. And, alright. So, this card will be discarded. I lose my bid, but I get this card. I'll put this in my hand. These 2 cards will slide up here. Now, next turn, there will be 2 possible cards here in the blue and green. Hopefully, this is not a mistake, but we will see later. I want to play this here. Cannot build on top yet because I don't have 2 cards as a base. It's going to go on the bottom. Now I must pay 1 yellow. It's on the first row. 1 yellow. But then I get to draw a card. And I get to choose. Now this will go back into the reserve. I get to choose, do I want another law card? I don't think so. Or do I want to get a from the small deck? And I think I'm just going to take a card from the small deck. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Oh, and look at that. That's great. The assassin. Now, one thing to help you remember things, I said earlier in the auction phase, you get 3 chances to get a card, then you're forced to pass. And anyone that passes will immediately, out of the pool of available gems, take 3. Okay? You're going to start the game with 3 law cards. The only thing that's different is the starting hand. You start with 4 and you get 1, keep 1. That's weird. 3 gems, 3 laws, and then you get 3 chances to build. So everybody would reveal the card and you build them in number order. For instance, this is a 38. You would go lowest to highest just in case you get rewards of gems and there's no gems left. People would miss out. So my second round of building. Now see, this is going on the second row. So I must build the base first level cost of 1, then the second level. And this will get me a sword and 3 gems of my choice. Well, I'll take a sword, and that's like winning an auction for free, especially against the computer. The AI will never have these, and so I use this, I automatically win. In multiplayer, if multiple people did that, then you would go in player turn order to get the card you want. You'll probably see this later. I might try to use this. We'll see. Now, I could keep it to the end of the game to get points against the AI, but we'll see. But I now get 3 tokens of my choice. Well, I have no yellow, and I have no red. Let's get another red. And then, since I completed a circle here, now it's not great with the sleeves. It doesn't look great, but there we go. Since I completed a circle, and there's an available one in the pool, I get a free gem. Now that is just my second turn. I could go again, and do I want to? Let's go ahead and build a law card. Now the law cards are always free to build. They don't cost anything. And this says at the end of the game, I'll get extra points if I can get all 3 symbols. Pretty cool. But that was my third round, and now we will go back over for another auction. And I really should have probably put these up earlier just to be looking ahead. I really want this card. It's going to work out well for me if I can get it. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is in this phase, you always only get 1 card. There's you can bid up to 3 times, but once you get a card, you're out of the bidding. I really want this card. Now, in a multiplayer game, if 2 people bid green, you could say, well, I wanted this card, and say, well, I wanted this card. It's fine. Then you're good. Both of you take your card, you lose your bid. But in a solo mode, the AI always will choose whatever card you want. So, anyway, I'm going to bid green. Let's see what the AI bids. And they bid red. Boom. Now, it might come up later, but if you bid blue, you discard this one. You always discard the bottom for the AI. But if there's 2 choices, but we will discard that. Their bid goes back in the bag. My bid goes here. I get to choose which one I want. I want this one. So these are out of the game. These will slide up. Let's go ahead and get some new cards out here so we can start looking at those and planning ahead. Let's go build. So excited I got this card on the first bid. I can place this here. It's going to cost me 1 blue and 1 yellow. I have to have the yellow before I get this back. I can't say I want to use that free one. Nope, you have to build it completely first. But I will technically get this one back. So I'll lose the blue. And I get a card. Let's draw another free card here. That will go nicely here if I can get another red. And that will get me some more points for every scroll. Not bad. Ooh, but an infinite use of a blue is not bad. That is always nice. That means I would have to go here. I could go here and try to paint that at the end of the game. That might be worth it. We will see, but I don't have any blue to build it. I'm talking a bunch of nonsense right now for you guys. But let us see what we can do. Do I want... Now let's place it on top, and that won't help. So that will not get me another base. So I think I'm going to pass on the rest of my building phases. I think I would really like this card, but I don't have a blue to bid, and I don't have a blue to build, which would be unfortunate. But I could use my sword and take it, or I could maybe get that next round and go here. That would be handy. So I'm going to bid on this card, and it may take me an extra round. And let's see. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, let's try it one more time. Of course, it's a 1 in 4 chance every time, right? Because there's an even distribution of colors in here. Oh, well, I'm out of yellows. I cannot bid on that now. Unless I want to, and I may have to. This is ugly. Do I want to? That won't match. That won't match. I'm really making a mess of things. I don't even have the yellow to build that anymore. That is what's sad. I would hate to miss out, but I think I'm going to completely pass, which means I get to draw 3 tokens. So I will take 2 blue, 3 blue. I'm taking 3 blue. And this auction phase is over. I did not win a card. So it doesn't really matter what the... Ooh, yes it would. Let's do one more. And red. So that is what he would have bid on. Now instead of sliding over for the building phase, I'm going to build this on my bottom row, and I'll show you where I'm putting this in a moment. But it says take the top 4 cards from the small deck and place them on top, without looking, of 2, 3, 4. Place them right here. 1, 2, 3. Goodness. That would be a small deck in a 4-player game, wouldn't it? And that'll give me an extra turn in the game. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. And instead of bidding, since I have no yellow tokens, I was going to go for this guy. Give me a shield. I need a shield. I have another chance for shield. I'm going to attack the AI bot so that I win the bid. And I want this card. And now we will let the AI bid. They bid blue, so they take this card away. This card goes away. These will slide up. And now let's go over to the build. So last turn I just put bureaucracy right here, and it's not matching and it's not going to help with this, but it will help me build this. So for 1 blue and 1 green, I will build this on the 2nd level, and now I can get 5 gem tokens of any color. Now I will say this, I need a green, so I'll go ahead and get one. If you notice, the red has a bunch of marks around the edge, the green has none, the blue has a couple, and I think the yellow has even fewer, just to make it a little friendly. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and what do I want for my last one? It looks like everything out here needs a lot of red to build, so let's get another red. So that'll be my 5 tokens for building that. You do not get the bottom reward, but you must pay the bottom cost when building. That was my first build phase of this auction, and now I think I want to build this. It's going to take me 1 blue, 2 blue, and a yellow. Those go over to the reserve. And then it says I get blue infinity symbol. Blue infinity symbol. Now, first I look at the reserve to see if they have any blue. They do. We're in luck. If not, I would have to look at my personal supply. But if there was none in the reserve, all the players had all the blue, I had no blue, I would miss out on this reward. Make sure that you only play this when you have a blue available, and in this case you would because you had to spend a blue. So we know there's a blue in the reserve. So I will take this blue and it will go here, and I will always have a free gem. Now I'm going to replace that with this, just so that I know this is not in my inventory. This is a blue gem mine that I can use once each turn. Now this does not go back into the reserve because it's supposed to be there, and I don't want to put it into the AI's bag. That would give them an extra blue, so I'm going to put this off to the side, out of play. But that is what that is for. Now let me see, do I want to try and build something else? This would be good here later, but I have to put another card down there first, and I don't see that happening yet. So we are done building. This must build on top of something. For instance, I could build this on top of this and match all the colors, but I don't really think I need to do that. Maybe at the end of the game. Now unfortunately, none of these have a blue in the top right corner, and none of them have green on the bottom with red in the top left. But that's close, and that's a perfect thing, I need a shield. This guy will get me a shield, but only on the 3rd level. And he would be great at the 1st level. So I want to try for one of these. So I think first, let's go ahead and bid on this guy, because getting an infinite stone is always impressive. Who cares if it's on the bottom row? It'll just be cheaper to build. Maybe I can get her next turn. Boom. So the AI bought that card. His bid goes back in the bag. Mine goes here. And I got the mercenary. These will disappear. These will slide up, and I want that one next turn really bad. Let's see what we got. Ooh, 6 gems. 2 free cards, 6 gems, points, gems. Yeah, I think I want to go for this one next time. So looking ahead, I have possibly 2 future turns already planned out, but definitely for my first build, let's build there. I really don't think I want to build anywhere else or anything else. So I will build for 1 red. And I will get... Now I do not happen to take it from my supply since there is one in the reserve. And once again, I'm going to exchange that for a gem and remove this from the game so that the supplies stay even. But now I have a yellow gem. Now that was my first build. Now do I want to... This would be pretty good. I'm going to miss out on points, which is unfortunate if I do this here. But I think this will go ahead and be a good thing to do. So, build this here. Now those are only 1 away, which is not bad. But I will spend 1 red, and I will activate this for my blue, so it only costs me this, and I get a science. Now the scrolls just are points at the end of the game. There are rewards that give you points for it, plus it goes toward these. These don't give you points at the end of the game by themselves, I don't believe, but they can help you get extra tokens when you pass. So if you pass in the auction phase, you get an extra token for every one of those. That was a pretty good turn, and I think... Yeah, let's just hold on to this. Yeah, let's just hold on to this for now. It is not the end of the world if I do not get this card, but this would be great for me. And I'd like to go for that one next turn. So let's hope that the AI goes red or blue. Come on, red or blue. Promise I'm not cheating, guys. Of course, no one's going to believe me, but that's mine. These slide up. Hopefully I can get green next turn. Alright. A scroll. Or points for our magic token. Ooh, another blue gem. And that is on the bottom build. That's not bad. Just looking ahead. Alright. I'll look at those later. This card is going to work out so perfectly for me. So in my build phase, I want to build it here on the 3rd row. It's going to, oops, reset this. It's going to cost me a yellow. So I will spend my free yellow. I'll put that over his face. Then I will spend a green and a red. Now the infinite red would have been nice, I will admit. But I did want to get a shield token. Because now I have a set of 3. That's worth an extra 3 points. There it's worth 12 at the end of the game if you can do that. Now it's worth 3 extra. Plus I get 4 gems of my choosing. Well, definitely going to get a green and a yellow. Since I have a blue and a yellow, or a blue, I'm sorry, I want a red. Since I have a blue and a yellow that I can use for building. But, looking over here, is there anything I really want? Let's just go ahead and take one of each color. That might help me decide on bidding. Still, do not want to build this yet. And I almost forgot, I've completed a circle, so I get a free green gem since there was one available. Now, this card would be great to build on the 4th level. That is 12 points just for throwing that card down. And I really want this card to fill. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do everything I want to do. I really need to pass and take some gems, but let's try this guy. We'll try it once. No red. Lost my blue. So, what am I going to do now? I'll try once to keep the AI from getting it. And they want it blue really bad. So, both of those are gone. These are gone. I get my card. These will slide up. The mat's really nice. Normally you have cards here and you have to pick all these up and do that. So having the little mat is nice. And so got some gears. I would like to get some more gears. And I think I could get one of those on the second row eventually, but not right away. I need gears. Third row? Yeah. I don't have a great spot for it though. Need some gears. I need lots of stuff. Alright, let's build the poisoner right here. It's going to cost me a green and a yellow and a blue. That was pretty amazing. I really felt like if I could get that pretty cheap, I was definitely going to be able to build it for cheap. So now I get a defense token, possible points in the game, and 4 gems. So I need at least one of each color. 1, 2. And let's go ahead and take another red and blue. It looks like there's lots of reds and blue, or sorry, red and a green. There we go. I hope that's good, but now I get a free yellow for completing that circle. You only do that when you lay the card down. If you lay the card and make a perfect circle, then you get that color if there's one left in the reserve. And of course, I knew I would forget. So there's 20 cards here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now technically we're supposed to be here, but I added 4 more cards. But like I said, this isn't really necessary as long as you just make sure you have multiples of 4. You do the way you're supposed to. What am I going to do? I like both of these cards. I like both of them to put on the 4th row. But let's try to get this guy. Okay. Finally. And slide those up. So that would technically go there, but like I said, it doesn't matter. So there's 2 more cards. Ooh, 2 gears. That would be pretty nice. Can I get that on the 4th row? It's not going to work well. This would work well on the 4th row. That's 10 points. All right. I will try to look at those cards in the market off camera and plan. So let's get back to this. Now, this is only 1 away, and at the end of the game, I can paint that circle, and I will explain what that is at the end. But for now, just know that this is going to cost me 1 green, 1 blue, 1 red, and 1 yellow. Those infinite use stones are amazing. So, this fellow will let me draw 2 cards. So I'm going to go ahead and draw 1 card from the small deck, and then I think I'll just take 1 law card. Let's see what we get. Put any number of cards from your hand underneath this card, and at the end of the game, gain 3 points for each card underneath this. Ooh. So I could build this right at the end of the game when I know I don't have anything else I really want to spend it on, and stuff all the extra cards up under there. That's not bad. And let's see who we got. Ooh, we got a gunner. The shield wouldn't be too bad. This wouldn't be too bad. That's not going to match. And I can't put it any here. So I'd get a shield at the bottom. I'd get a sword in the 2nd row. Not sure this is going to be great, but we'll see. I would like to have either one of those, but I don't have any green. So I'm going to try and go for this Enchantress just to see. Okay. So I get my card. If If I didn't get it, I was going to pass. He discards that, and these are discarded on the top row. Back in the bag with you. So we got 3 more auctions unless something happens. We got 10, 11, and 12, which is technically 11, 12, and 13. But, a few good cards out there. Now this isn't going to do me a lot of good right now. I'm going to build this guy for free because I really want to put this here. But I don't have any red or green, which is what I need to build. And then I would get a bunch of tokens, which is unfortunate. Unfortunate. But I do get, it's hard to see right there on camera. My pyramid's getting too wide, but I get a shield token. Now, the pyramid can only be 5 tall. If you notice, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. If you build on the 4th row, it costs all this, you get this reward. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I were able to build up here on the 5th row, I pay this, plus whatever this was. I would pay it again. Then I either get a token worth 15 points and put on the character, or I can take all 3 of the bottom rewards. I do not know that I'm ever going to reach that in this game. I'll just have to hold on to her. And I think I'd really like to have this scout for the 2 gears, but I may have a chance later. We will see with this one. I don't like the colors as much. It doesn't really matter, but I'm going to pass. I'm not going to bid at all. So I get 3 tokens of my choice, plus I get a token for this. So I'm going to get 4 tokens. Well, we definitely need a green and a red because we have none. And then I'm going to get a green and a red because I have none, and I always seem to need them. And then we will see what the AI is going to bid on, and they're going to get rid of yellow. So they get rid of this card. These cards disappear. These slide up. So I still have a chance to get the double gears. But I'm hoping I won't have to pass anymore the rest of the game. Double scrolls is pretty nice. Points for scrolls. Alright, so I need, really if I can get it, I need to try and get another gear or 2 and another scroll or 2. That would be great. Those would be points. Lots of options. Slip my pyramid over a little bit. First build phase, we want to build a red and a green. Of course, I don't have those. I didn't get that captain to get the infinity stone in that color, but there we go. And now I will get 5 stones. Well, let's get the red and green back. Then let's get a yellow and a blue. So we've got lots of yellow and blue and red and green. Yellow, we're okay. We've got extra yellow. Don't really want to bid on yellow this turn, so I'm going to put the yellow back. And I'm going to take another red and another red. And I almost forgot my free green. Let's see if we can get the Arbalester. Yes, we did. I will take that. Thank you. He will discard that, which that's a little unfortunate. These are gone. These slide up. 3 and 4. There we go. Now this is unfortunate. It does not complete a circle of one color, but red. Let's spin this blue, and let's spin this yellow, and then I do need to spin one blue. So we will build that, and I get 2 gear tokens. So now I have 3 shields, 3 gears, so I need to get some scrolls. That it will be 15 points for each scroll I get right now. Well, for the first 2 scrolls. Do I want to build anything else? I don't think so. I mean, I could cover her up. Don't know that that's going to help. I could cover this up. Let's see. covering all of these up will only get me like one color. And I don't think it's worth it. So I'm going to try and get the Hermit. I could have gone for the Witch, but I like the colors of the Hermit better and the cost to build. And of course, let's see. I'll try it one more time. Okay. So these are gone. This is gone. I get my Hermit. Hopefully I can build it. Don't think I have the red now, but I think I wanted to wait a turn anyway. So this goes here. These get flipped up. Now, this is kind of an important rule. Okay? Unless you have a card like I did that says put these over here, this is empty. When this is empty, that means that the next auction is the end of the game. So these will not slide up. We're done. These are the only chance you will have to get these cards if you want them. All right, let's go look at the building. Now, I was looking ahead, so I have two options. I can pass right now and hope to win with my one blue gem this card. Why this card? I could build it on the bottom row to get a free card. I could draw any card. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is because I want to build this right here and then stuff all my extra cards up under it. So whatever card I drew, I would just put it up under there for 3 points. Then I build the Hermit right here. That would be the end of my game. Or I could build these and pass because of all of my tokens. Get lots of gems. Then possibly build one of those on the 5th row for 15 points. Or who knows what. So I'm going to think about this for just a moment. I'm going to be short, especially red, but I'm going to be short a few gems. And I know I'm going to have to pass to get those. So trying to win a bid and bid 15 up here is not worth the risk when I'm guaranteed 24 this way. 15 plus 3 would be 8. Yeah. Let's go over to the auction and do a quick pass. So again, in a multiplayer game, this is empty. We're going to the auction phase. This is the end of the game. I'm going to pass. Since I pass, I get 3 gems of my choice. Plus, I have 3 gears tokens. Now, in a multiplayer game, you would go in order by whoever has the lowest number built card in their pyramid, and then you go not around the table, but the next lowest number, and then the next lowest number. But I'm the only player, so I get 3. I get 2 blue and a red, and then I get 3 for my gears. I'm going to take the other 3 red. I needed those. So I pass. So it doesn't really matter what the AI is going to bid because all of these will go away. That is a little unfortunate. But now let's go finish up my game. So as we said before, I'm going to build this here for free. And it says put any number of cards from your hand underneath this card. So this will be 3 points. This, see, I could have used this to cover up something to make some points. But I don't think I could guarantee to win the bid. Anyway, you'll see what I'm talking about in a moment. So there's 3 points. Build that for free. I will build this. That will cost me 1 free blue. That'll cost me another blue and a green and a red. And since that is on the 4th row, I will get 2 scrolls, which is amazing. Now, we are at the end of the game. I have no more cards to build. We come to what is called the paint phase. So I have these unspent tokens down here, these gems. Okay. You cannot use the infinity stones, I believe. I believe you have to use the tokens in reserve. Now I double checked in the rule book and it did not say that you could use the infinity stones, but it did say earlier in the book that the infinity stones are used during the development stage to build cards, and I believe that's the only thing they're worth But you do get points for them at the end of the game. But let's get to painting. So for instance, this is 1, 2. This half circle is still cut in two. You can see the little line there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this here needs to be painted. So I'm going to paint that blue. And then I'm going to paint this one red, and this one red, and this one red. Then I have these two yellows. I think I will color those two parts yellow. And then, unfortunately, I did take wrong earlier. That is my mistake. I took 4 red and 2 blue. I should have taken an extra green. I miscounted. That's my fault. I wrote it down on the piece of paper, and then I took the wrong thing. So I'm going to rewind that and take that green. There we go. So now I just leave those there. Any extra, I guess you could use them as a tiebreaker if you want it. But now we have completed circles, colored circles. You do not get free gems at this point because you're not playing the card down. Now here's a score sheet, and it has symbols to remind you what you're doing, but really I have to refer to the book because I forget what some of these symbols mean. Basically, like here, you get points for each circle, then you may get bonus points. You get points for every infinity gem that you build, and you may get bonus points, etc. Then you count up your loss. So sorry I rewound and took that back, but I wrote it down and still somehow did it wrong because I wrote down I needed 2 blue and a green, and then I took 2 blue when I already had 1 blue in my... Anyway, I'm taking it back because I'm so bad at this game. I need it. I need that extra point. So, points for single colored circles. So, this is the 4th row. This circle touches the 4th row, so it's 4, 8, 12 points right there. These are 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 12. 4 times 3 is 12. And then these are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 12, 24, and 10 is 34. I do not have any bonuses. So for instance, if you can see right here, let me see if I can keep my finger and pen and stuff out of the light. This says for every green circle, you would get extra 2 points. That was if I had built her on the 3rd row. And when you build that, you would just take the appropriate token that matched and put it on your card so that everybody knows, you're reminded at the end of the game you'd have that. But I don't have that. I don't have those bonus points, so I just get my base points. Now, Infinity Stones. I do believe I only got these 2 built. I tried to build another one, never could. So this one, if you notice, it is on 1, 2, 3, 3rd level. That's 3 points. This one's on the 1st level. It's 1 point. So 4 points. And I have no bonuses for Infinity Stones. And we went through that entire deck. I think there's only... maybe 2 for each color, maybe even 1. I'm not sure. I can't remember. All right. Next are the law cards. Well, this card will get me some points. And this card's easy. I have 1 card under there. At the end of the game, 3 points for each card underneath. So that's 3 points. And this one got me no points. It got me an extra turn. This card, at the end of the game, get 3 extra points for each set of shield, scrolls, and science. See if the camera will focus on that. 3 points for a shield. Yeah, I mean you can see it, but let me get it focused in really good. There you go. All right. So I have 1, 2, 3 science gears. I have 1, 2, 3 magic scrolls, and I have 1, 2, 3 shields. This is by far the best I've ever done with those. So that is going to be 9 extra points for that one. So I get 12 points from my law cards. I sometimes get like 25, 30, but I don't score as well other places. I focus too much on those law cards. Okay. Now, points for the tokens players earn. I did not earn any tokens. For instance, if this one had been built on the 4th row, I would get the 12 token out of the box, put it there. I don't have any, so that is a big 0. That's 25 less points from last time. Okay, now scrolls. Again, I was hoping that, say, this card down here could have got me one of these, but I did not get any bonus points for scrolls. So my scrolls by themselves were not worth any points. Unfortunate. But that's typical for me. But now we go to the full sets. Remember, I have 3 sets. Each set is worth 12. So that's 36 points. And that is fantastic. Now, swords. And this one is a little weird. So you either need to mark it on your scorecard or just remember it. So, for instance, I have 2 of these. I attack everybody else at the table for 2 damage. And let's say this player had 1. They attack me. They attack everybody else. So some people are getting attacked 3, 3, 2, and 1. And for every shield that you do not have to block it, that's minus 4 points. The other players don't earn points. You just lose points for not blocking. So you have to kind of keep an eye on, if people are getting these tokens, you might want to get some shields. But we get 0 points there. We get negative 0 points there playing solo. You don't have to worry about the AI doing that. And I do believe that is all the points. So let me add those up. And in the rule book, it does go through that here, but it has the scoring right here on the back, just as a reminder. And so I got 86 points. And I put a note right here. I had nothing extra. Nothing extra. No extra tokens whatsoever. Last time I think I scored 77, and I had like 1 gem used up. So much better. Much better. And there you go. This game, when you play solo, you don't lose. You just try to get your best score, and I think that is the best score I've had so far. But there you go. Viceroy Solo playthrough. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for staying. Thanks for watching. Everyone, please be safe. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Be safe. Be healthy. Be happy. And may God bless you.